Hello and good welcome to Paul's Engage channel again. Today I'm going to be looking at a Dapol or Dapol tanker, and it's a 6-wheel variety. So I shall get the model and we shall have a look at it. Here you can see I have an IMS tanker, and this is Dapol Model Railways, and it's obviously Engage. The side of the box tells you it's NB054 IMS milk tanker. The barcode. That's about it really. On the back it's just the pole, where they are, and that's it. No other real information. Okay, so upside down. So let's get this out of the box. Da -da 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 -da. There you go. So it's still in its original box. I've only ever again had this out to have a quick look, and I did put it on the track to make sure it was free rolling. But that was about a year or so ago when I brought it. So not really had much chance to get this up and out and running. So let's have a look at this as I take the container off. I do like this Dapol stuff because they do have at least, oh, that was the cellophane just dropped on the floor. They do have this nice covering around it to protect your model. The only trouble is then trying to get the damn stuff out. Here we go. Quick pull of it, and as you can see there's a bit of foam in the bottom of that as well. And this is the IMS tanker. Now I'm not going to do a really detailed review. I'm just going to show you what I think is the good bits, and then obviously it's up to you to decide whether you think it's for you. I have in the past shown you 4-wheel tankers. That was the United Dairies and the Express Dairies. Milk tankers, they were the 10-foot ones. I believe these are 12-foot ones, I'm not sure. But anyway, they're a bit longer and they are far better, I think. Anyway, let me just pop this one out. I'm going to have to stop the video for a minute while I get it out of the phone, because it needs 2 hands and I need to do it close by me because I don't want to drop the tanker all over the floor. And we're back, and there you are. I have managed to get the tanker out of the foam. A little bit of gentle prodding and I got it out. This is not too bad a little model, as you can see. It's free rolling. Yeah, and I do believe I do like the Dapol ones because they have metal wheels, which you can see here. These are superb little models, and yeah, they've got the buffers and they got the straps to hold the tank, the container in place. Their ladders are a lot finer than the Pico ones, and they got walkway representation on the roof, and these are just really good models. As you can see, they've even got taps where they drain the tanker, and that's at both ends. It doesn't matter which way around you go. I don't know if they're actually 2 halves inside, but I believe they were just one whole tanker. But I will try and find out some information and let you know a bit later on. As I say, they got 6 wheels, 6 nicely represented. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in shot and I'm not doing very well. I should take up some close-ups, some photos, and show you. The decoration is good. The IMS, let's that's that side, and that's the other side. It's got a run number 23 on there, and as you can see, pretty good little bit of detail in the back, trying to get it into shot. I don't know whether my cup is taking the shot for that. So let's just move that over here a bit. That's better. As you can see, you got good presentation. Yeah, good presentations of the drainage tap. You got buffers, the wheels, brake rigging. It looks really nice, and this is a metal chassis, I believe. Oh, sorry. I believe this is a metal. It feels metal, and then you got plastic in between as well. But yeah, this is a good quality model. This is, and the bogies and the wheel box axles, you look really good for Engage. You've even got brake shoes on the 6 wheels. Yeah, the springs, the name couplings, you got the name couplings. As I say, this is a really nice model, and I commend Dapol on that one. I think this was about 14 quid, £14 for the model. It might have been a bit more, I can't remember, it was over a year ago. Yeah, but you see, it's pretty well on it. I've only got it on a bit of flexi track. But yeah, this is a real nice model, and would I recommend it? Yes, if you're looking for tankers of various types, whether it be milk, petrol, liquids of some sort, then yeah, this makes a nice rake. You've got various different ones. You got the 4-wheel ones. These 6 wheels are the later version, but yeah, well worth the purchase from Dapol. The quality you get is that yeah, you got metal wheels. You got a bit of weight to it. I will weigh that in a minute, and I shall let you know a bit later on. But yeah, really happy with that. As I say, it's a good model. As I say, whatever you think, let me know. Let me just push that into shot. There you go. I'm just trying to get a closer up detail of this. It's not so good on the video. There you go. That's really nice, and it's a sturdy. Round corners, it's no problem. As I say, I did have this, or I did see this running on a layout, not this model, but a similar model on a layout, a model show, and it was going around tight corners, tightish corners, you know, radius 2, it was no problem. Yeah, it's good representation there, and I say I really like this model. Yeah, but anyway, I'll talk to you a bit more about the 6-wheel tankers. Okay, this is the IMS tanker, and a bit more about the tankers in general. Well, originally milk was processed by or transported by rail, and it was in the old churns. But after about the 1930s to 1960s, the 6-wheel tankers were quite common, and even Express Dairies and United Dairies had 6-wheel tankers, and these were on really from up until around about the 60s, and it was made to move large quantities of milk from remote dairy farms to central creameries, and they were used obviously prior to the move to the road tank transport, which currently is the main way of doing it, because you know creameries wanted to be in the middle of the countryside and nearer to the farmers, and unfortunately tankers and railway trains were not close by. Um, the Great Western Railway used to have the largest share of the milk traffic, and mainly west of England, South Wales. Um, LMS connected from Cumbria and North Wales, and Southern from Somerset and Dorset, uh, and LNER from East Anglia. Um, Milk churns were used from about the 1880s, and then because of the change in diagrams in the change of the way that the towns were actually growing bigger and bigger, and they needed to be served with a lot of milk. The first designs were introduced by GWR and the LMS in around about 1927, followed by LNR and the SR. Initial experiment was with on the Southern Rail was 2,000 gallons. But over the end of the years, they ended up with these tankers now, or then, should we say. There was a lot of fighting between the dairies, but I think they eventually sort of settled on being if you like, restricted to certain areas. The first tankers were supposed to be glass line, that's the four-wheel tankers, but they were actually vitreous enamel. But the milk in those days was easy to get, wasn't travelled around the country. The six-wheel wagons are 13 feet, as opposed to the two-wheel axles, which were 12 foot. And World War II was when the two-wheel wagons sort of ended, and six-wheel wagons or three-axle designs up to around about 1950s they were being produced, but they had stainless steel linings, not glass linings. It's great, if you like, a great shame that milk trains aren't around anymore. But with the way that the Beijing's cut down a lot of the local traffic and did away with sidelines and a lot of routes, it was only a matter of time before transport was transferred to roads. A lot of dairies locally now do their own cream and milk, and it's only the surplus that they actually send off via tankers. But it's easier for farms or creameries, little dairies to get a tanker come in, and they fill up with the excess milk and take it off to the bigger creameries, dairies like. There is a great deal of discussion over the years as to why British Rail ended up not using milk tanks anymore, and a lot of it was because they couldn't afford to keep the trains going, and they had limited times, and everything was because of beaching cut, and less rail connections. Milk Marketing Board took control of the milk transport, and they took it over from around about 1942. They took it because of the World War II. They took control of all milk transport. Most and all the trains were originally, all the tankers were identified by who owned them, i.e. United Dairies, IMS, etc. And it wasn't until wagons needed a repaint after 1942 did they get a standard branded designer with the MMB milk. And they were quite enthusiastic about having it 4 feet, 1.2 metre high, black letters initially. Some of the last designs used a blue tank colour with white lettering, a bit like the IMS there, except that it's got black. But 1960s, by the late 60s, MMB, Milk Marketing Board, had switched entirely to the road haulage, and only Express Dairies and Unigate continued to use rail transport. But they used the former MMB stock. But after a while, they had to stop because of obviously the quantities required, and it's no good 3 o'clock in the afternoon having a tanker full of full of milk that needed to get to London or to a creamery by 5 o'clock the next morning, and the trains weren't available. So unfortunately, that's the way it happened in the UK. Obviously in America and other places, they have got a large contingency of milk transfers because of the fact that it's such a vast country, and they have more milk if you like production than the UK. And going to the UK is still pretty high. We got somewhere around about 282 million imperial gallons a year. And that's post-grouping of 1923. So there's a huge amount of milk, and I'm sure that's increased, and don't seem to be able to find the latest details because obviously it's so distributed, and MMV doesn't control it anymore, I don't believe. But there's various tankers available. You've got the Co-op, you've got West Park Dairies, United Dairies, you've got Unigate, you've got St Ivel. There's pretty few different type of containers. Most of them, they're all on like the 6-wheel wagons, 13-foot chassis, carrying these huge milk tankers. I say they're not glass line, they're actually stainless steel nowadays. So that's a quick rundown on the milk tankers, rail milk tankers, not road milk tankers. Road milk tankers now are a different kettle of fish altogether. Anyway, put that together for you, and hopefully you found that interesting. Remember, subscribe, like to get more if you like this, and subscribe to get more updates. And yeah, hopefully I'll make it to 100 users or 100 subscriptions. At the present minute I'm only on about 33, so yeah, if you like it, click on it, subscribe, and yeah, we can get our numbers up and give me more incentive to do more videos. Anyway, thank you for now, and I shall be back with you with another couple of reviews in the next few days. Thank you.